live. I believe we are live right now. Give me one
Sam,
second.
did you just vape into the mic?
No, I don't have one.
No, he lost his jewel today.
Again?
Is that right, Sam?
What do you mean again?
This
Alright,
is
one
the
sec. I'll be right back.
Alright.
This is not how a podcast is supposed to go, Sam.
Don't you love when you're trying to pull up the stream, but it just keeps hosting Grizzy? Saying, oh no, it's good.
Is it good now?
Yeah, but
Switch over.
we're also live.
Is everything right, left, right?
I like how we just went live right away.
Yep. I think we're totally
Wait a minute,
good.
we've been sitting here getting ready for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
No.
Alright, let me keep an eye on the chat
Alright.
box. Okay. We got the chat box up. We've got this, we got that. I think we're all ready to go. Let's just wait till Sam gets back. Gutter, you here, bro?
Yep.
Excellent. And then Aaron, you're here. Matt, you're here. I'm here. So we're just waiting on Sam.
Hey you, yeah you, come join the stream. We need your comments, concerns, and questions.
Do you like that?
I didn't even see the last part, I just guessed.
Hey you, yeah you. Come and join the stream. We need your comments, concerns, criticisms, and critiques. Smiley face. And we are live to both platforms, both Twitch and YouTube, so I'm going to quickly post that we are live.
Cool.
Here we go. Live.
You tell me when I'll start, and then I'll start.
Alright, give me 1 second. I need YouTube. God damn it. No, don't echo. Oh, sweet God. Alright.
Put it in the Discord.
I am. Give me a second. Holy shit. Alright, here we go. Alright. There we go. Alright. It's in the Discord. We're totally ready to go. Hey, Zero. Welcome to the podcast, bro. Alright. Let's go ahead and begin. Even though Sam isn't here. Matt, go ahead.
Alright. Ready? I'm gonna switch this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another rendition of, or the second rendition, rather, of Midnight Madness this time. Yeah, basically, we're here.
The state of everything.
Yeah, I know, the state of, I kind of blanked on the name, but that's alright. Yeah, so, yeah, it's me, Good Guy Naruto, you boy. We also have Shanky Boy, aka Lamp. Say hi.
How's it going, guys?
Okay, next we got Mr. Neely Dix, aka Gutter.
Hi, yeah, welcome back.
Next we got Shogun, aka Weeby Man.
Oh, fake news.
Oh, fake news, got it. And then Sam, I don't know if Sam's actually here, Tentatistic. Nope, got it, sweet.
We can just
Feels
start.
what I would say Liddy Man. Yeah, we'll just we'll dive right into the topics, which it's kind of rough because first topic Sam brought to the table, which is Apple's new streaming service. So I was gonna ask Sam, hey, what do you know about this? But I guess we'll talk about how like I don't know if it's Marvel or heck, I don't remember what other company, but basically they're starting a new streaming service. So I think it is Marvel because they took off all their shows, like The Punisher, which was amazing. So what do you guys think about like other platforms?
I think we were originally talking about Disney streaming service, where they're gonna have every Disney movie ever.
Last time, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about last time. Hey Jack, hey Mountain Drew. Holy shit, Mountain Drew came back, guys. The guy who killed us last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Mountain Drew, welcome back.
Hey.
You killed me? Never happened.
Okay, anyways. But yeah,
Anyway.
yeah, the Disney streaming service being
No,
able to...
I'm pretty sure Marvel is also doing their own streaming. Don't quote me on that, but
No, it's Disney owns everything, so everything's being
oh,
transferred.
that's true. That's right.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
being able to
Because-
rewatch any Disney movie ever or anything
Um,
associated with Disney might be really nice.
So do you think Netflix can still compete then with Disney, or do you think a lot of people are gonna watch a lot? I think initially people are gonna be like, "Wow, this is absolutely what I'm looking for. I get to watch the 101 Dalmatians over and over again with my 2-year-old kid."
I
Or
mean,
they get to watch. Do you think they're actually gonna make like good Marvel shows then?
well, I mean, what they've made so far is already pretty nice. It's a good testament to what they can do if they actually put a little bit more creativity and don't just kind of skew with the comics over and over again.
Yeah, I feel like if they did something similar to the Punisher, then we could get somewhere.
Yeah, and the fact of the matter is, if Disney creates a streaming service, since Disney has its fingers in absolutely everything,
Hmm.
not only would they be able to, I won't say educate, I'd say like show kids that don't know about some of the best Disney movies of all time. You'll be able to rewatch those for just like a standard price instead of having to like hunt for them on Amazon or your local DVD store or whatever you want
Yeah.
to call it.
What was
Blockbuster.
what was that one Disney movie with? What was it? The Fox and the.
Fox and the Hound. Yep,
I used to watch that a lot.
that was an excellent movie.
I
Yeah.
think when it comes to the comparison between Disney's new streaming service and like Netflix or Hulu or whatever, I think it's gonna come down to a price comparison. Because while Disney's gonna get their own influx of people who are just on the streaming service for Disney movies,
Hmm.
I think the people that already have long-term to subscriptions to Netflix or whatever are gonna not necessarily switch right away, or if they
Yeah.
are, if they do switch, they're gonna completely switch and stop paying for Netflix and start paying for the Disney one. But I
Yeah.
mean, with Netflix producing its own, a lot of its own content, that's some of it's not that bad and some of it's really good. I think
Um.
it's still going to be a decent competitor to Disney, even with the vast market of it.
Well, yeah. I feel like also like Disney is gonna have their own stuff, while Netflix also has a lot of like other like really good movies on there. While Disney is kind of focusing on the stuff they have, um, which is all right. But with the whole Apple streaming service, so Apple is spending billions making its own TV shows for distribution via the Apple TV, iPhone, and iPad. Um, Basically, Apple is just launching their new TV streaming service and making their making their own TV shows. So, do you think that could compete as well, or
I doubt it.
why?
The people who are there first normally have the most influx of people. Netflix is renowned for being like a live streaming service where you can watch movies, hit shows, all this stuff
Oh,
at
yeah,
the touch
it
of
was
a
also a
button.
meme at one point of Netflix chill.
Well,
So
that actually helped its publicity. It didn't hinder it at all.
exactly.
And when
What are you gonna say? Apple streaming service and chill?
yeah, exactly. But
I
Okay,
mean, at the same time though, Apple has so much money; they have the resources to do it. And
Yeah, but do you think they
a
could
little,
hit the market?
a little bit that I've read, I think they have a chance considering who they're hiring. So I mean, they've been hiring tons of different directors and whatnot to produce the TV shows
Really?
for them. Yeah, including the writer from La La Land, which it won one of the awards when
Bro,
it
I'm gonna
first
be.
came out.
I'm
It
gonna be
signed up
honest.
the director of, or not the director, the creator of Bob's Burgers, and a couple other smaller shows that I haven't really watched, but I've heard of. So I mean, if they're hiring tons of directors and good actors and stuff like that, in comparison to Netflix's originals, which kind of have you know
They're
loosely
hit or
directed
miss.
plots and moderate to not the best actors always are hired. And if Apple's doing mainstream actors, they might get more popular.
More popular or just gain popularity?
Both.
So they're gonna
It would it
surpass
would it
Netflix.
definitely would take a while, I think. Probably not for a couple of years
Okay.
for them to pass Netflix just because Netflix has been around for so many years already.
unless they do something that completely redefines that style of service, style of
Right.
advertisement, commercialism. Like Netflix had, not only can you watch your TV shows and movies and all this stuff, but Netflix also has Netflix originals, which are movies or like TV shows with series that you can only watch through Netflix, and sometimes they're really good. So if somebody says, "Have you seen this?" and you say, "No," is it a Netflix original? Yes. Well, then that automatically just brings revenue to their service, because they're like, "Hey, I need to get Netflix in order to watch this awesome original that people are talking about."
Well, wasn't it like that's the thing that happened with Bird Box? Because isn't Bird Box technically a Netflix original?
Yeah.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's got a lot of people there. But the funny thing is, there's like this one, I think it was like the B movie that like it had like it was watched this many times or something, I don't remember, but it was watched so many times, but it was by in the fuck, how am I trying to say this? Basically, they're getting all these views, but they're not having like the same amount of accounts, because legit there's a lot of, you might have 6 different people on one Netflix account watching Netflix. You know what I mean? So they're gonna be losing revenue that way. So imagine if there was only one like one account on the Netflix account instead of like how many you could put on there.
I brought up a second article of people that Apple are hiring, and just a little bit of context what I was talking about. They're hiring the creators and or directors of Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, the Sherlock TV show, not the movies, Narcos, Hannibal, and HBO's True Blood, New Girl, Lee, Fast and Furious movies, and some other random ones that I haven't heard. So, just for context, they're hiring some fairly big movie and TV show producers.
Yeah, those are some pretty good directors.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing they're gonna actually gain some ground. It's just probably gonna take a bit for them to surpass Netflix.
Well, I don't even know if they could like surpass Netflix, since Netflix was there from the beginning. It's had more time to grow. So,
well, think about that. Like, basically, Netflix ran Blockbuster into the ground when it came out.
Netflix ran most video stores.
Yeah, most
DVD
video.
stores.
So I'm not saying it's gonna run
Just
into.
hang on the longest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's one thing that everybody's forgetting about, though, and that is the inherent creativity of cable cutters. So, like, originally Netflix was the only option. Yeah, this is going to be another one. They're going to say they have exclusive content. But in the beginning, there was Genesis, then it was Exodus, and then forget all the ones people have jumped to. There was TTV for a while. Now there's an app called Cinema HD, and everything's pirated, everything's streamed. But every time one gets shut down, like they get their notice to discontinue it, and they actually put out updates on the app saying, "Hey, we're getting shut down. Here's a link to our new app," and they just rebrand it and move on. So they can't be completely eliminated. And I mean, Netflix originals, I watch them every day.
Yeah. Well, like the one of the new one that came out, the Umbrella Academy, was really good actually. I completed the entire thing.
So, I mean, my point is, in the end, they can say they have original content. They can do whatever they can to try to bring people in exclusively to them. But all it takes is a handful of people to sit there and just pirate everything and throw it up, and then they have no reason to subscribe anymore.
Well, even Netflix could do it, like, if they put out, like, one, like, big movie, like, if it was bigger than, imagine, like, Bird Box, but then it was like, oh, this is actually, like, long-lasting. You know what I mean? That one movie could keep them in place. Yeah.
Grizzly, thank you for the host, bro. Appreciate that. And no, I did not boot you from the podcast. I just realized that my notifications were turned off, so I apologize to anyone who's subscribing or otherwise. I will be sure to have that fixed for the next stream.
Lit. I guess we'll just jump right into. I don't know where Sam is. If Sam's just
Yep,
dead.
let's just keep going.
All right.
Yeah, just keep
We'll hop into
This is a
just
podcast,
Minecraft.
Jake.
So Minecraft. We all played Minecraft. I'm that's a pretty blanket statement that I can put out there. That's true. But how did Minecraft affect you guys? Like, because to me, my most of my childhood was going over to my friend Jacob's house, and we would play Minecraft for like 3 hours after school, like every day, and that was a huge part of my life. And what was it to you guys? Was it not as big, or were there other games, other nostalgic games?
It definitely taught me patience. I would spend 4 or 5 hours building like this massive house, and then big man Ethan over there would be like, "Hey guys, want to see something funny? Let's fill it with TNT," and just completely demolish all of it. So I'm like, "Hey, I'm gonna go get a donut or something," and I come back and there's just a whole bunch of really big windows that I did not plan for in my house. Big rip, big rip.
So
Yeah.
that's the only thing. That's the only thing. Minecraft
Oh no,
taught you.
there's more. That's the biggest thing I took away from.
The biggest wow, really, Ethan really ruined the game for you.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
I
you
just
killed it for
remember
me.
when Minecraft first came out, it was PC only, and so not a lot of people had PCs. It's more common to have PCs now than it was I don't know, it was 8 years ago. I don't remember how whatever. But so I knew my friend Jacob had like a family PC, and we bought Minecraft. And we played it, and I just remember every day playing it. We would build stuff because everyone I believe started in creative mode, and you just build stuff. And then I went to survival, and then and you think like everyone's like, yo, this should come out for the Xbox 360 or the PS3, and then Mojang's like, or hear me out, Pocket Edition, and then they released the mobile game. Which I actually bought. It was like $5, and I just remember also playing that like on the bus to school.
Yeah, I also bought the mobile game
Yeah,
when it first came out.
Yeah, and then I actually got a laptop. The first game I ever put on my laptop was Minecraft, and then I remember spending multiple hours on Minecraft where I'm like, hey, I can't sleep tonight. Might as well just play 8 hours of Minecraft.
We actually had a discussion.
Jack has a good point saying the Minecraft Hunger Games was the first battle royale.
It is. It is the first ever
That did
battle
open
royale.
up the genre. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Which was it took a while, a while from Minecraft Hunger Games to H1Z1, I believe would be in second.
Yeah,
right.
H1Z1 would be in the second place. They were the first.
Yeah.
They were the first ones that actually marketed 100 people
Battle
fall
royale.
in, 100 people fall in, only one makes it out, kind of thing. So,
Mm-hmm.
but the thing I liked most about Minecraft, or at least what I remember doing a lot at the time, was being able to make anything anywhere. Like, the entire world is destructible, so like if you wanted to just dig like down into a cave, make like a base in like a cliffside or something like that, you could do it, and it would be totally viable and awesome, and you would love it because you can do anything you want with the materials as long as you put extra time into it. And since it would take so long, yet it would be so relaxing, unless you're getting hunted by like a bunch of creatures, it would be
a big thing that happened with the entire Minecraft community and YouTube was the trolling videos. You remember the trolling videos where like YouTubers would go onto those like 4-year-old servers and like take their diamonds and then blow up their house, and then the subtitles with like the little trolley different faces on there. That was like peak comedy back then. But those were like the videos where I came home from school and I was like, oh, this is what I wanna, this is what I'm gonna watch, and I'll hop on my PS. Yeah, I'll hop on my PS3 and play some Minecraft for 4 hours.
I'll be honest, the rise of Minecraft also brought forward a lot of toxicity. Not just.
What do you mean by that?
There was a group of hackers and griefers that used to play called Team Abolition. And Team Abolition is a very well-organized, very experienced group of cheaters that would actually hunt down specific server owners, depending on what they advocate and like I don't know what raunchy or obnoxious rules they have in place, break them using cheats or otherwise, and then essentially film it in large quantities of video and stick it on YouTube for everyone to see, like, no server is safe, turn yours private, or any public server will suffer the wrath of what this server suffered. And that
Like,
actually,
don't you?
What?
and that channel actually grew hundreds of thousands of subscribers, within like months of Minecraft being out there, or something ridiculous like that.
Don't you think that I'm not gonna say all, but most games bring forward a community that is rather toxic?
No.
Because there's always gonna be butthurt people or troll people or
Yeah, there's always going to be them,
hackers and cheaters.
and they're the ones you see, but the whole community is not always like that.
Oh yeah, no,
Well,
I'm
feel
saying
like I feel like the problem with Minecraft is it just seems so much bigger because the game was so much more popular than
Exactly.
really every other game in existence. It just made the entire Griffin community seem larger than it. When in
Exactly.
reality, proportionally, if you look at percentages, it's about the same as every other game.
yeah. Well, like the video I linked in our Discord about this guy made a video called "A Tribute to Minecraft," and bro, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, wow. Usually things don't make me tear up, when I'm watching a sad movie or something like that, or even like a sad anime. Okay, it
Matt,
never it never makes me tear up. I'm usually hold my feelings deep down inside kind of guy, but when I watched that, I was like, wow.
I'm
This
gonna watch this after the podcast.
yeah. Towards the end, he says like, "You can put me into a strange world that I've never been before. You can add new items that I don't know how to use. You can create new mobs that will end up killing me. But once I hear that Minecraft music start playing, then I I can play. This is like the game." Because he went on, he started his Xbox up and went on his recently in one of his worlds that he had not opened for like 6 years, like 5 6 years, and then he went on it and he's like, wow. But yeah, I feel like that game kind of started a lot of things. It's gonna be hard for any other game to really beat that.
I think
Like,
Minecraft really set a standard for longevity.
oh, it did.
Because,
Holy
because
shit!
I mean, if you look at any other game, they have a good maybe besides CS. CS is also one of those
Yeah,
long-lasting games.
I think the
But
competitive
besides,
Well, I feel like Minecraft.
Minecraft
yes,
still definitely beat
the
them.
case.
community.
Yes.
And one thing about that is you got to remember that that was a single game company that was owned by one guy. It was a private company, and they were updating it. Literally, they have an update every week. They had weekly updates when the game first released,
Mm-hmm.
and that's something no game had ever done before, and not really a ton of games do that.
Yeah.
That was a very unique thing about Minecraft, and that's what made people keep coming back to it. Was not even like that the game was great. It was a good game, and people enjoyed playing it. But the one thing that got them was, what are they going to do next?
Mm-hmm.
Because it was an open book. You never knew what they were going to add next. For all you know, they could add space travel and blah blah blah.
Well, Minecraft really just opened up a lot of avenues for people like YouTubers. Imagine like where would Captain Sparkles be now, or like, you know what I mean? Like what was that guy's one? A Bayesian Canadian. I remember watching his Minecraft Hunger Game videos. Like Minecraft definitely opened up a new avenue for these people and really brought more people to the Minecraft community because it's like one of the like you ask your parents, hey, can I get this game? And then like, oh, this is a shoot 'em up game, as my mom would say. Like I'm not gonna buy this rated M game for you, but when you're like, hey, can you give me Minecraft? They're like, oh my god,
Well, one thing that's also really unique about Minecraft is there was like the big problem with gaming on YouTube when it originally started was you needed to be either a company or something else to actually get the rights to use video games because it was video games are copyrighted material. So
Mm-hmm.
it was a very touchy subject as to whether or not you get copyright claims from YouTube, and that's why YouTube didn't support gaming for a long time. But then Minecraft came along and basically said you can put this on YouTube, you can stream it, you can do whatever you want, and we're not gonna copyright it all because it's all about your personality.
Yeah.
And that really set a principle for gaming for the next decade on the internet.
Do you ever think we're gonna get another game that not exactly like the same format as Minecraft, but like Minecraft in the aspect that it was a really good game, has a long it's been out there for a while, and overall everyone like loves the game.
Jakers McBob, thank
I
you for
don't-
the resub. Appreciate it, bro.
I don't know if we're ever gonna get a game quite that impacted the industry quite as much as that game did, especially coming from such an unknown place. Like it wasn't even on Steam; it was just a download on a website,
Yeah.
and that's it. And it became this giant phenomenon that was sold for multiple billions of dollars.
Mhm. Are there any other like nostalgic games that that had a huge impact on you guys?
For me
A new
personally,
subscriber
it was
arrives.
Hang on, guys.
two
It
games.
fills you with determination.
There we go. Got the
Okay.
resub sound down. All right, continue.
So 2 games for me that were just like huge nostalgic just from my childhood were Burnout Paradise, because my cousin owned it and we played it literally every day. He had it on his Xbox 360. And then also there was like Baja Edge of Control it was called. I just bought it recently again for 360 because I found it in a used game store. And those 2 games, we legit just spend hours with
A
them.
new
Just driving
subscriber
around,
arrives.
crashing into
It
random
fills
stuff.
you with determination.
We just got a 5 gift.
Welcome back. Your steadfast loyalty is greatly appreciated.
Jakers McBob has just gifted a sub to Shogun Weiss, Tenadisic, Admiral Archer, Jack 155935, and
New
Save Zebra
subscriber
168.
arrives. It fills you with
Lit.
determination.
Thank you.
Holy shit. Thank you very much, Jake. I appreciate that a lot, bro. My god.
Welcome back. Your steadfast loyalty is
Yeah,
greatly
as you were saying.
appreciated.
Nostalgic games.
Subscribe to
Basically,
Shank with the gift that was subscribed.
A new
for me at
subscriber
least, it was the
arrives.
first ever
It
gaming
fills you with
console I had was
determination.
my dad had a PS2, and one of the games that he bought for us was Lego Star Wars. And I remember it didn't matter how many times I replayed the game, it was so fun. I just remember me and when I actually got along with my brother, we would sit down and we would play Lego Star Wars for hours, and that was probably one of my most favorite games that I've ever played. Minecraft is also really up there. Let's see what other game. I remember just Gary's Mod. When I first met Aaron and Ethan, we played Gmod for hours upon hours.
Hours and hours.
First meeting Aaron and Ethan. That's a
Yeah.
throwback.
Star Wars Battlefront 2, more iconic than Minecraft. Changed my mind. Star Wars,
So are we talking like old school, like PS2 Battlefront 2?
we can talk about
Oh, yeah.
all of it. Yeah, we're nostalgic.
Yeah.
I'd say nostalgic games in general.
Because without a doubt, that game helped shape my childhood.
Also playing
You
Super.
mentioned Burnout. That is actually one of the primary reasons that I just signed up for Origin Premiere. And going back to the very beginning of like my first social experiment with any kind of video games, Halo.
Halo, yes.
Yeah, the Halos.
I remember that was the first time I
Oh
was
my
introduced to toxicity in video games. I didn't really understand how
Yes,
to take it.
Halo
Oh, yeah.
3 on the
Teabagging.
Xbox 360.
Teabagging.
MW2 lobbies.
Dude, so Halo story. So my cousin had Halo, and he was the only one in our family that was allowed to buy rated M games. So he had Halo Reach, and we'd spend hours and hours, legit. Just there's like one map where there's just a big spire in the sky, and it's just like desert surrounding it, and we'd play King of the Hill. So it's basically the 2 people on the ground versus the guy up on top of the thing, and you could get random weapons, and you could like there was like a very small percentage of a chance that you would spawn with legit just like a baseball bat and a golf club. I remember that would happen like once a day when we were hanging out. Somebody would spawn they'd be like, "Oh no." You just see him run up to you with a golf club in his arms.
This is how I die. And I
And
remember
then they'd get lasered in the face.
every time I went to my grandma's house, they had the GameCube there, and the only game they had for a while, until we found the other games, was just Super Smash Bros. Melee or Melee or whatever you wanna
I suck at
pronounce
Super
it.
Smash Bros.
Bro, I used to play that versus my cousins all the time. And then I remember getting the Wii. Bro, getting the
Oh
Wii
my
when that came
dude.
out, I was like, this is the best console ever.
I think the Wii holds the title for the most influential console of the century so far.
Probably
Really?
right.
Well, because
Like,
I
if you look at
remember,
the sales numbers,
yeah, probably.
it was legit. It was sold out for months at a time because
I
people were
got
buying.
Rock Band, and you had to get the entire. I got the drums, I got guitars, I got mics. Bro, I remember playing like Rock Band forever.
Do you still have all that stuff?
No. Most
I
of
was gonna
it
say, if you still have it, we should all get together at Mac and just.
Just have a giant rock band session.
No, we sold a bunch of it. When we moved out of my old house into the new house, we sold a bunch of it. But I also at my old friend's house, Richard, they had Avatar: The Last Airbender on Wii, and I just remember I have the same like feeling of sitting on their like couch, the house smelling like cigarettes, and just playing, like watching every like new encounter. If you died, that it would go, the control would go to the next person. And so I just remember like just playing through the entire game of Avatar on the Wii. I was like, wow, this is peak performance right here. I wish the old days.
Another not as old game, but World at War Zombies.
Oh,
Oh
yes.
my god.
Or just early Call of Duty, like Modern
Yeah,
Warfare 2
or early
lobbies.
Call of Duty.
Bro, Modern Warfare 2 lobbies were the shit.
Yes,
Modern Warfare
Jacob's
2
got it.
after school.
MW2 after school. Yeah,
And-
just you
Yeah.
pop into the server and it's just kids screaming the N word
I think
24 hours straight.
I think that Modern Warfare 2 did a lot of things right. Obviously, game companies can't control the community, but they can certainly help shape it, you know? And, of course, with any competitive FPS, it's a violent game. Older people who are a little bit more sophisticated in their humor or, you know, insults or whatever you want to call it.
I'm
when
a
they get
DDoS
together-
you.
Sophisticated.
They get together in a competitive environment. It always, in some way, turns slightly toxic or overly competitive, where it leads
We like
to,
Fortnite. We like Fortnite.
it leads to insults and whatnot. So, but something Modern Warfare 2 did was it made certain achievements and accomplishments that were so subtle and simple actually extremely impressive. As in, you know, if you saw somebody running around with an intervention in the fall camo, you'd know that that person achieved 300 headshots with that sniper rifle, so they're an extremely talented sniper, close range or otherwise. So you know that they're going to be a challenge to kill. Or even a less or a better example, like one-man army and a noob tube. The ability to have infinite noob tubes. Also, I noticed that Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 was around the same time that I started to notice a lot of people who cheated, and I started to notice a lot of cheaters in that game as well. Anything from shooting noob tubes fully automatic at long range to spraying through walls with the intervention or whatever, but
Yeah.
that does not make it
I
any
mean,
less
that kind of gets
nostalgic.
brought out in any game.
Doesn't make it
Bro.
any less nostalgic, and it makes it still very...
All I gotta say is the nostalgic feeling that you get from anything. It could be from like logging onto an old Minecraft server. It could just be like remembering a fond memory that you had. But that feeling is way better than like taking drugs or like getting an A on a test. Like that feeling right there is the best.
Spicy.
It is.
Spicy.
It makes you feel a certain way that nobody can really describe. You know how you're like you're happy or you're sad, but like when that nostalgic feeling comes, you're like, all I can think is like, wow, I did that.
I think one of the biggest games that shaped the genres that I enjoy the most in video games would have
GTA
to be the
5.
Half-Life series.
The Half-Life, yes.
Dude, it's just that feeling of like, yes, it's an adventure game, but I'd classify it as a horror adventure,
I agree.
where it's a very dark game, but the story is just so good that like I don't like horror games particularly. I don't like play just horror games, but horror adventure, oh, that gets me good because like the story gets me to keep going, but I sit like in my room at 2 a.m. with the lights off, scared shitless. Like, I don't know. It's just those games, and I've come to terms with the fact that they're probably never going to release Half-Life 3 or any sequel to it, and I feel like at this point they wouldn't be able to do justice to the amount of hype that is around the game.
Which is fair
They've just let it
expectation.
go on for too long.
It'd be like Left 4 Dead 3. If that came out, people would be like, oh my god, this is awesome. And then they would probably jump into the game and be extremely disappointed just because their expectations would be so high.
Yeah.
And like Left 4 Dead 3 is a whole different thing. Because like at least with that, you know what they want. You want a really fast-paced zombie shooting game. Half-Life 3, they have to live up to the story expectation too. Like, they have to make the story good enough
Super
to satisfy
rich.
everyone.
Yeah, which
And
is
like,
near
I
impossible.
don't think they could do that at this point. And
Yeah.
that's one thing that's coming from like the extra competition from like the Epic Games Store that I'm kind of excited for is the hope that maybe Valve will start making games again because they'll need more money.
Nope.
Like that's what I'm kind of hoping is Epic Games just kind of actually whoops them.
Speaking
in the
of
online
hope,
Steam retailer area.
speaking of hope, brings us to our
Fine.
next topic. PewDiePie first T-Series. I'm hoping PewDiePie
Oh, no.
he's gonna get taken over by T-Series because India, which is the company or where the company is, has a population of like 1.7 billion people. They're inevitably gonna pass PewDiePie, but I feel like if PewDiePie reaches the 100 million mark before they do, that's gonna have a larger impact. But what do you guys think about the whole situation, really?
I
About
think
how
it's a meme that has been pushed so far that it's funny. Like, it just started out as this one thing where it was kind of funny and cool how, like, a bunch of memers got together when PewDiePie was about to be passed at 67 million to get it to 69696969 or whatever. And, like, the meme, I think it showed the power of the meme community at first, but then it kept going. And it kept going.
well,
And it kept going.
there's an underlying thing here is how like at first I'm like, wow, this is a meme. I don't really care about it. But then you really think about it, it's like, wow, I would rather have an individual YouTuber, like a personal like a person. You want a person, not a corporate company. I don't want I love Marvel to death, but I don't want if they had a YouTube channel, I don't want them as number one. I want a personal content creator. I want someone like PewDiePie, I'm gonna say he deserves it. He's been, you know, I remember in the early days of watching him play oh, what was that? Amnesia?
Oh my
I just
god.
remember
Amnesia
like
Splendor built his channel.
yeah,
Yep.
I just remember just watching, and it was just so funny. You're watching him playing Slender Man, and then
A generous
I stopped
bestowal.
watching him for a while, and then you get back and into it, and this guy, because his channel will turn 9 years old, which is funny because its fan base are all technically 9-year-olds.
Kamikaze just donated 100 bits and he says, I see how it is, don't want my opinion. Pish, have a good night, folks. Thank you for the
Wow,
bits, Ka,
thanks,
and have a good
Ka.
night.
Ka, we'll talk later. Look in the.
I'd like to note that Kai is allowed in the podcast channel on the Discord, and he definitely could have said he'd like to join, but he didn't.
Whatever, Chief.
Continue.
Basically, I just think it's gonna like suck how a lot of everything's in this world is just going too corporate. So imagine if they changed it up so they had different what do you call it, like categories. So they have personal content creators, and they have like companies. You know what I mean? Because PewDiePie says he doesn't want to be number one anymore. Like if some other content creator, like I'm gonna put it out there, like David Dobrik, like imagine if he just got up there and took over or something like that, he wouldn't mind. But since it's a corporate company, he's really holding his ground, as we saw. Because I checked, I think it was yesterday morning, he was 100. The sub gap was 100, and he was about to lose, and then he started playing cool math games. And then he gained 20,000 subscribers within like 30 minutes. And I was like, okay, whatever.
Seems like 3 times this week he played Fortnite to stop T-Series.
Yep.
And what did he play after that? Roblox to stop T-Series.
Yep,
And then
Minecraft.
yesterday morning it was cool math games to stop.
Nope,
T-Series.
he played Minecraft on Christian Minecraft servers. Then he played cool math games, and now people want him to play Happy Wheels.
Yeah, the
Also,
Happy
yes, dude, those videos are awesome. There's a big meme going around about Elon Musk hosting Meme Review, and it actually happened in his last edition of Meme Review. Halfway through the video, switches to Elon Musk, and then
I was gonna say the amount he had Ben Shapiro host Meme Review as well, which I think was very funny.
Next they want Phil Swift to host it because FlexTape can fix anything. Which I honestly think Phil Swift would, but it was Elon Musk.
Would.
Elon Musk.
If he's gonna team up with John trying to make an ad,
yeah, that's true.
Host Meme Review.
What's his name? Basically the creator of Rick and Morty. I keep thinking Tom Rolland.
Justin Roiland.
But it's what is it? Justin who?
Justin Roiland.
Yeah, Justin Roiland and Elon Musk, and it was funny because there was a picture of a deer that was dead in a pool, and the caption said, "Hey, my dolphin's not working," and it was so funny because Elon Musk was just laughing so hard at the dead deer. And I'm like, well, dude, Elon Musk weird AF. But because Elon Musk can kind of do what he wants now since he got booped out of Tesla.
Yeah, the thing is, everyone makes a big deal like he's gonna. But you gotta remember, he still owns SpaceX, all the solar companies that he owns. You guys have seen the joke about Elon only wanting to push electric cars and solar power so he has enough fuel for his rockets, right?
Yeah.
I saw that.
That's funny. Do you we talked about this? Do you ever think we're actually gonna go to Mars?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm calling it before the year 2030. We're gonna put a person on Mars.
Same here, actually. That's what I think. I think like 2028 is when we're gonna have someone land on Mars.
Isn't that the SpaceX goal right now? By 2030 to get a ship to Mars?
Yeah, originally it was by 2050, but they keep hitting goals above schedule.
Yep.
So,
which is really awesome.
Yeah, Zebra, he got voted off of the board
because he smoked a doobie. Which it wasn't even that bad. He took one,
and it was in a legal state too. Like,
yeah,
he was breaking the law or anything. They probably just don't like him because he's probably a bit of a dick about like running a business. But you kind of have to be. Like Steve Jobs was an absolute asshole to all of his board members, but that's why he built the most successful tech empire on the planet. So
yeah.
And then he died, and it all went downhill.
Yep. Yep.
And now they're charging $1,500 for an iPhone.
Yeah. That's so dumb. Know what else is dumb? YouTube and Twitch copyright and bans. See the nice segue there? What are those mall cop things use? Are those segues or
segways?
Yeah.
also segways.
Paul Blart up in here. Copyright issues with YouTube. I just saw this meme where this guy got a copyright strike on his video. And the guy looked at who it was, and he wanted to know more information on why it got copyright striked. And so he went to the channel that fucking striked it. The guy has 1 subscriber and 1 video, and the video has nothing to do with his video. So he goes, YouTube, what the double hockey sticks, bro? And I totally agree because their algorithm is absolutely trash. They're like,
yeah, you think for a multi-billion-dollar company they'd be able to figure out a good algorithm?
Because they're like, someone will copy strike a video, right? And then basically they'll be notified. They're like, oh, what the hell? And then if they want to debate it or like fight it, basically they do that, and then it goes back to the company. It doesn't go to YouTube, it goes to the company. So they're just gonna say, oh no, this is not fair use, and then you get a strike in your channel, which is absolutely dumb.
Also,
Another
fun part about
example
that.
of the.
All
Oh,
right,
you
I'll
go,
go
Sam.
first, and then you go after that.
Yeah.
All right. So another thing is if a individual copyright strikes a video, all of the ad revenue, until you deal with it with YouTube,
Yep.
goes to the person who copyrighted it. And then even
Yep.
after it's resolved, they keep the money. So you could legit just copyright a video for a complete BS reason, get the money because most of the money is made within the first 2 days,
That's what
because
that
that's
guy
when most
did.
of the viewers watch it. And then by the time the creator has figured it out, they don't get much of the money.
Yep. Which is sad. All right, Aaron, you can go now.
Yeah.
I was gonna say another example of the ridiculous algorithm that's YouTube's using right now is the guitar player guy that I watch
Yeah.
on YouTube or whatever. It's a meme on his channel about a certain song, and he just titled this video the name of the song,
Yeah.
and then it was 20 minutes of absolute silence. Like he started on camera and then just walked off as just a joke, like a meme video or whatever, and it got
Yeah.
copyright striked.
Yep.
It was 20 minutes of complete silence. The title was of a song, and it got copyright strike for.
Yeah. That's he should take that to court, honestly. Because
There's a guy that does piano covers of like old classical music, and I think he's dealing with like 5 different people that are just striking him left and right, and it's like Beethoven and Bach, like shit that's definitely public,
Yeah.
and he's still fighting everything. He's been fighting it for months.
Speaking of public use, the whole I think it's Mickey Mouse but basically Walt Disney's stuff it is Mickey Mouse, goes up for like where it's gonna be like open to the public. I don't really know much on that, but
It's
basically
70 years after the creator dies.
Yep, but now they're trying to take it to the court where they're exempting this for Mickey Mouse, so nobody can take it at all.
Well, yeah, I can see why. It's actually coming up pretty quick. Let's see. 70 years after 66. Somebody want to do the math on that?
No.
No, not really.
Well, 34, right? And then you.
So that's 50 years from 2016, so I had 20 years. So in 2036, Mickey Mouse would be public use.
Yep, which they're trying to get it in the courts to be like, yeah, let's not do that. Let's extend it forever.
Which is clearly what the company would want.
Yeah. Well, because it's Mickey
they
Mouse,
make a lot
bro.
of money.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but then you can say it's Star Wars, bro.
Yeah.
And then immediately you get every single thing ever made.
It's super iconic. It's one of those iconic things that's like, you kind of have to not have it up for public domain or whatever.
But everything is like, you can say the same thing about, oh, Star Wars is iconic. That should never be fair use ever, even though, well, what's the difference between that and some other Star Trek or whatever? You can't
we're not saying it about Fortnite.
You can't
Fortnite should definitely be in the garbage.
You can't legally treat things different just because of the amount of success that they have gained.
But
Nah,
we do.
You can't. That's just.
I completely agree with you there. Like,
not in a fair system. You shouldn't treat things different based on the amount of success that they've had. You can say, oh, they're iconic, they should be private forever, but then eventually you're going to get to a point where everything is owned by a company and you can never do anything your own anymore. Like, that's the same problem with, like, songs. Is there's only so many combinations of musical notes that you can put out and make. Eventually you're going to get to the point where there's nothing new anymore. And if you eliminate the date of 70 years after death for copywritten stuff, you're not going to be able to have any more original ever again.
Well,
If
I'm
that
just
makes
saying
sense.
because it's Mickey Mouse, bro. I
Well,
didn't know
yeah.
you hated Mickey Mouse this much. That's
I
whatever.
don't hate Mickey Mouse. I'm just saying
Bro, you heard
they
it here
shouldn't
on
be
the
able to stomp on
podcast,
the law
everyone.
just because.
Sam hates Mickey Mouse.
Right, right.
Just 360 your ass.
Right. But the thing is, you can't, because the thing with the way
Sam,
the
I
law works
understand.
in the
I
United
understand.
States
You
is
can't.
any
It's basically
any court case that's
discriminatory.
brought up is basically the way court works in the U.S. is if a similar or exactly the same trial has been done before, you just get the exact same result. So if you get two court cases happening 10 years apart that are exactly the same scenario, they basically just immediately take the one that happened 10 years beforehand, and that's the outcome for most legal battles.
Nice. How much revenue do you think they'll lose then?
Honestly, probably not that much, because when was the last time you saw a Mickey Mouse movie?
Well, I'm not saying like they're putting out new Mickey Mouse movies every year, but still, people then can sell. Let's say,
They do make a lot of money on Mickey Mouse apparel.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But yeah, it doesn't matter because Disney still has a lot of good stuff out there.
It also keeps companies, forces them to actually come up with new ideas instead of just
That's true.
using the ideas of a now dead for over 50 years man.
Yeah, he was a good man. He gave the Boy Scouts the smiley tent.
Well, he gave them the set council the smiley tent. But that's whatever, Matt.
It's just the Scouts now.
Right.
we're
Oh,
not
right,
getting
yeah,
into
my
that.
bad.
Guys,
All right,
guys,
Matt.
I've come up to a solution with that, by the way.
Nope, we're
What?
not gonna do that. All right. Thank you
Kill
everyone
all
for
teenage
joining.
girls.
Okay. Sam, shut up. Thank you everyone for joining us for Midnight Madness, the State of Everything podcast. We will try to get another one out next week. And yeah, it's been your boys, your boy Naruto. I hate how people say Naruto when it's obviously okay. I'm here joined with Lord Shank, Mr. Needly Dick, Shogun, and Tenadisic, and we will see you guys next week.
My
Bye.
peepee card.
See everyone.